As members of the Global Farmer Network,
we believe agriculture is part of the solution,
not part of the problem.
We are committed to developing agricultural leaders
and sharing their stories across the globe.
We have one purpose:
to amplify the farmer's voice.
My voice.
Mi voz.
La mia voce.
My voice.
Welcome to Global Farmer Voices, a podcast by the Global Farmer Network where we invite farmers from around the world to share their stories and perspectives. Hello, I'm Delaney Howell, host for this podcast series, and we are excited to continue our mini-series in partnership with the Farmer Voice survey supported by Bayer. For the past 2 years, Bayer has sponsored a global survey of farmers in 8 countries across 6 continents. This year's survey is now available for farmers to access worldwide. The survey asked farmers to share their thoughts on a range of topics, including innovation, digital technologies, business challenges and opportunities, as well as farming practices and how they feel about their livelihoods. As we continue this series, in addition to our regular Global Farmer Voices episodes, we'll be tackling these topics here too, and hope to uncover some of the unique challenges and insights farmers have from across the globe as we continue the dialogue here with all of you. We encourage you to join in on the conversation by visiting go.bayer.com/farmervoice. In this episode of our mini-series, we will talk to 3 farmers and GFN members: Sudhandshu Kumar from India, Jenny Holterman from the United States, and Shuichi Tokumoto from Japan. We asked them about a few of the digital technologies and tools they use in their operations. Using digital tools in agriculture can look very different from country to country or even farm to farm. Bayer's Farmer Voice survey found that 91% of farmers are currently using or plan to use digital technology on their farm in the next 3 years. 43% of those farmers use digital technology to make better decisions on their operation when it comes to things like forecasting and cost savings, much like the farmers we talked to in this episode. Before we hear more about some of these tools farmers use, let's learn a little bit more about who these 3 farmers are. Sudhandshu Kumar is a 3rd-generation farmer in India, where he began his farming career growing sugarcane, maize, wheat, and lentils, but today grows a variety of fruits.
I started off with sugarcane, maize, and wheat. That's in an initial period in 1988 when I came back to the village, because that was the traditional crops grown out here. Because we have a very big sugarcane mill in the neighborhood, so naturally a lot of people were doing sugarcane. We also did lentils, maize and wheat. This was the starting. But over a period of time we realized that cereal crops is not going to give you that good a return. So we started looking for other avenues through which we can increase our income per acre. And the first thing we hit upon was a mango orchard. It was a pre-existing mango orchard put up by my grandfather, but performing very poorly because people are not looking after it commercially. It was just there for everyone to eat. So I started off with that, and in fact I had one of my best successes in handling the mango orchard. So what my father was earning from it, I was able to increase it 14 times of what he was earning. So right now my focus is trying to leave cereal crops completely and move into horticultural crops. On 80% of my land I've been able to establish fruit trees. Around 20% of the land is still we are doing cereal crops, and probably another 2-3 years time we'll stop doing that also.
While Sudhanshu's farm is very diverse and rapidly changing, Jenny Holterman's family farm in Central California focuses on producing almonds. Jenny and her husband, along with his family, are 4th-generation farmers who sell their almonds direct to consumers.
So we farm almonds in the Central Valley of California. It's the middle of California, the giant strip of agriculture right down the state. And we farm today, my husband and I, with his family, with his father and brother. And he's a fourth generation farmer here in the Central Valley of California. And our kids are the fifth generation on our farm. And I'm originally from Northern California, about 6 hours north of here, where my family also farms. So we farm walnuts up there. So, and I'm a fourth generation from the northern part of the state. Farming is really in my blood. As a fourth generation farmer, it just seemed pretty fitting that we keep it going. My husband and I met in college, and we graduated college and moved back to his family farm. And at that time, his grandfather was still around and running it, and it was just that family connection to the soil and wanting to be a part of a bigger thing. And we're committed to trying to make it work and to hopefully have a farm for our children someday.
In stark contrast to the familial ties of Sudhandshu and Jenny, Shuichi Tokumoto is a first-generation farmer who was inspired to grow his own food after having children. Shuichi grows a variety of crops in Japan while sharing his passion for agriculture on social media.
I was not born into a farming family, so I experienced a variety of jobs before becoming a farmer. When I became a father, I interested in food and the future of my children's lives. And that was the impetus for me to start farming. My first job is a firefighter, and next, professional singer, and next, and the board of IT company. That experience gave me other perspective and other skill. That is my strong point in farming life. My farm crops rice, azuki beans, and buckwheat. My field size 110 hectares, but my plans expand more farmer size. My goal is 1,000 hectares by 2030. I'm one of the most productive rice producer in Japan.
While each of these farmers has very different operations, each of them engages with technology to help improve their efficiency. Bayer's survey found that farmers are turning to digital technology to provide an innovative way to improve yield and quality while maintaining affordability and promoting sustainable practices. Sudhandshu, for example, has dramatically increased his profits by working with a local agricultural university to adopt the best practices with updated machinery, pesticides, and irrigation technology, a passion he has gone on to share with others in his local community.
So first and foremost, when I started mango is very native to our place. I mean, it is not a unique fruit. Everyone has mango trees. But to grow it commercially, that's a different story. So when I started off with mango, what I did was the local agriculture university that's there in our district. So I went there, talked to the scientists out there. They made a calendar for me, an annual calendar. What are the steps and what are the processes or practices you should have in every month? So I adopted that, bringing up the hygiene of the orchard, pruning, doing proper sprays at the right time, the right amount of fertilizer, right time for irrigation. It was just pure routine. I mean, little bit knowledge and routine and the proper doses of all the pesticides and everything. And the increase was, let me give you a perspective. Suppose my father at that time was not earning more than 15,000 rupees from the whole of the orchard, and that was around 14 acres. And the first year that I took the help of scientists and made a calendar and did it in a scientific way, my profit went up to 1,35,000. So 10 times the profit increase. So this is something that everyone noticed. So now in my area, people come and ask me, please give me a copy of that calendar that you follow. They come to the orchard and see how we prune the trees, how we keep the orchard in a very hygienic way. We make sure the proper corridors are maintained. The orchard is clean, how we are using pheromone traps in the orchard, how we are using organic fertilizers and the timing is very important. So these are the things people are picking up. Then when we started doing banana, then the whole process, when should you apply fertilizer, how much fertilizer to buy, what is the distance to be maintained, and right through this process what we have done was, right from 1988 we've added technology, machines, new methods. So machines. I mean, that is my main mantra right throughout my agricultural career of 35 years. Every year I'm buying some new gadget, some new machine, but focused that machine should give me a rate of work of 10 times from what I was doing earlier. And I've literally been able to do that. And this is what's impressed the people, because labor is a very big problem in India, getting labor. And now the so-called farm laborers, they different psychology is emerging. They feel it is very demeaning to work in a field. They think that is the lowest rung of the society and they have to improve from that. So somehow it's got into everyone's mind that working on a farm means that you are very low in the society, on the low rung. So that way also we are not getting enough farm laborers. So we have ended up, and every time that I go to my field, my mind is always working, okay, this set of movements of the labor, this much problem, okay, how can I get a machine to change the rate of work, to have better quality in whatever I am doing. And we've been able to do this consistently. Right from the first test we took of buying a tractor mounted sprayer for spraying orchards. Earlier, very rudimentary machines were being used. Then we slowly shifted to better bore wells, better driving equipments for the bore well. Then we shifted to micro irrigation. Then we shifted to automated micro irrigation. Then we shifted to centralized automated micro irrigation. We installed weather station. We've installed soil sensors. So all these facilitate in managing the farm better and planning better. So when I mean, I have a broadband on my field. I have put fiber optic cable so that I can put CCTV cameras so that I can monitor my farm from anywhere in the world. And all these things have enhanced and improved the way I manage my farm. So today in my village, there are 8 people who have installed CCTV cameras around their fields or around their pond or in the dairy cattle shed. So that they felt key, and this acts as a deterrent to people who want to barge in, steal something, destroy something. So all these small steps have really led to better farm management, and I can control my resources better.
Using digital tools has empowered Sudhanshu to make better decisions, leveraging the data from wireless transmissions and artificial intelligence technologies. In California, water management is one of Jenny's top priorities and reasons she utilizes digital technologies. For her farm, the use of technology has improved their ability to make smarter decisions regarding irrigation for their almond trees.
So there's lots of technology around agriculture, and especially in the water scope of our job. Water is a huge issue and something we deal with a lot in California. Water availability, the price of water, the reliability of water, and we have to be able to manage really every last drop. So we have every type of technology, I feel like, imaginable to manage our water. We have probes that tell us when the trees are contrasting and when they're expanding and when the tree is itself, is thirsty. We have probes in the soil that tell us soil depth of how moisture goes up and throughout the soil profile. We have every type of technology that we can turn our pumps on and off from our cell phones, even when we're, 30 miles or more away. There's just so much technology in managing so that we literally are not wasting a drop of water, and that every little last molecule is being used appropriately and conserved appropriately.
While Jenny's main focus is water management, Shuichi is more driven by the data his digital tools provide him to make better decisions for his operation and the environment. Bayer's Farmer Voice survey found that 79% of farmers are motivated to adopt digital technologies to improve the sustainability of their farming practices, just like Shuichi.
I think these will be tools that contribute to improving productivity, developing human resources, protecting the environment, and addressing all the issues surrounding agriculture. I think it is very important to look at farmers and crops with numbers and data, not just with the farmer's intuition. I'm using YouTube and GPS linked auto steering with tractor and smartphone apps for production management and Zarbio produced by BASF. Zarbio can possible variable fertilization and I can see growth digital map. That's very important tools for me.
While these digital tools offer significant benefits to farmers' operations, they also come with their own set of challenges. From increased labor demands and navigating government policies to the financial investment required for adopting new technology, the path to modernization is not always smooth or straightforward.
So that is a feeling I get when I'm doing my work out here. Worried I am because obviously weather and environment, they are issues that do worry us. And the third thing that keeps coming to mind is technology. The whole day my mind is zipping in what machines, what next, what all I can get so that I can do better. I can reduce my input cost, increase productivity.
You know, I think as farmers, we're still kind of old school that we, rely on other farmers, and that I'm more apt to pick up the phone and talk to somebody about their experience with a project than to Google it and see, what reviews are online. It's that practical, that learn by doing, that when it comes to technology, I want to know somebody's firsthand experience. I'm not going to be a guinea pig on when it comes to technology on our farms, because we have so much money invested into our trees. If I choose something wrong that's never been tried before, that's a little bit more of a scary investment. But a lot of field trials are done in our area. So whenever there's new machinery, there's new above ground harvesting that they're trying to do in almonds right now to take out our dust that we have a lot of during harvest time. And so there's doing a lot of field days where we can go out, the company might have that piece of equipment, and we can go watch that being done at a field as a demo, as a demonstration that we can all see before we want to invest in the $500,000 piece of equipment and see how it works better. I think those are more of how we kind of dip our toe in more of those new advancements.
Even though adopting new technologies comes with new challenges and sometimes risk, these three farmers are excited to see what the future holds for their operations.
In India, we call agriculture the sunshine industry. So I think that's a huge future for anyone who wants to take that next step in agriculture. And of course, we are relying on further digitization and AI, which is going to really help us in growing. Don't shy away from technology, because technology is the only thing that's going to give you that edge to do better as a farmer. As far as the agri industry is concerned, we would love to have more people buying directly from the farmers. So that will cut out the middleman and give farmers a better return.
I think it's important with any message that our audience knows that farmers really are the caretakers of our soil. And we want our soil to be the most taken care of so we can sustain it. Our family farm is fourth generations here on the same dirt. And raising the next generation, I hope that our farm will be there. And because of those pressures, I don't know the future of what it holds, but I want people to know that we are doing the best that we can to our soil to make it better for the future. Our goal is to leave our soil better than the way we were given it. And obviously it was in good condition so that we can, continue to grow crops. But we're not going to do anything harmful, and we're not going to apply anything harmful to the soil that would be negative towards our farm. Because then, why would we add extra things to cost us more money when we're already, on slim margins? And we won't harm our soil because we want it to continue to grow. And we really are the caretakers of this earth, and we have a passion and love for what we do. People forget that, farmers have a face, and that farmers, are after, the best of the soil. And I think that's important when you talk about, the tools that we need access to are to help us improve and to make us more efficient and effective. So if there is an advancement or a new innovation in a technology or a tool, we should explore it and see how that can help us to be better at what we're doing. I think we're in a time today that our future is evolving every day, and no 2 days ever look the same. And with the way that regulation is, no 2 years are going to look the same either. We are constantly having to obey new laws and new regulations that challenge what we do. So I think the future of our farm is really going to lay on our innovative spirits and how we can adapt to those new technologies, how we can further add new technologies to make us better and to make sure that it can sustain into the next generation.
Innovation, communication, and influence. Influence is my role. Digital tools will become essential in increasing productivity while reducing environmental impact. The most effective way to change the way farmers think is to hear real voices from farmers. That's why I want to become the most influential farmer around the world.
Farmers around the world are embracing technology and innovation in new and unique ways to enhance their operations. From improving productivity and sustainability to making better decisions for their crops and communities. These digital tools are reshaping the future of agriculture. While the journey comes with challenges, it also brings exciting opportunities for growth and adaptation. As the global conversation continues to unfold around more timely topics, be sure to get engaged by visiting go.bayer.com/farmervoice. If you're interested in learning more about the Global Farmer Network's mission and its members, seeing some of the things the organization is doing, and finding out how you can get involved, please visit globalfarmernetwork.org. If you enjoyed the podcast today, be sure to subscribe and follow Global Farmer Network on social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. Until next time, I'm Delaney Howell, and this has been a special series of the Global Farmer Voices podcast in partnership with the Farmer Voice Survey, supported and sponsored by Bayer.